Good evening to you, good afternoon, good day, goodbye. This is a soft drink. I'm not drinking and blogging. So, I was supposed to be on Radio 5 Live in the morning talking about the driver shortage. Did a long conversation with a chap, and now I'm not, because they had to move something around or whatever. Damn them! Persecuting. It's persecution. So, I thought, while all these stuff I'd written for it and whatnot was still in my head, I might as well do a video of what I would have said. So, driver shortage. We've all talked a lot about it. And it has many reasons. It hasn't got a single reason. Also, and he seemed quite surprised on the phone, it's been long running. There's been a driver shortage for as long as I've been a driver, like 20, 25 years. Which has allowed me to walk from job to job, basically. I finished with HSF on a Friday, I think, and I was driving this Virginia lorry Saturday, and they're in two different countries. Yes, so yeah, it's been long running, but the whole freedom of movement thing caused an influx of drivers, which is fair enough. I've worked abroad. I've not got anything against drivers from abroad, like I've done it myself. But one thing it did do is allow crap companies to paper over the cracks, because suddenly the driver shortage sort of evaporated, and they could get as many drivers as they want and carry on being as shit as they want. And yeah, pay. First one, pay. Pay. Everybody talks about this. Everybody seems to think it's the only answer, but it isn't. But it's a bigger one. Pay. It just like the chap was asking why do it? I'm not saying it's because I'm like in my blood, but part of the reason the driver shortage has always been around is because it's just not attractive to most people anymore. It might have been once upon a time. I'm not sure it ever was, to be honest. The pay just doesn't reflect the hours you put in. That's all there is to it. The second one, driver's hours. I described them to him on the phone, and he found them bewildering, because that's the whole 15-hour days and 9-hour rests is just stupid. Who came up with the rule that if you shorten your rest by 2 hours, you can work more by 2 hours? Shorten your rest, work more. This whole fitting everything inside a 24-hour period is just an absolute load of fucking nonsense. Like, longer day, shorter break. And like I say, 9 hours might sound like a lot, but it really isn't, especially when you've got to drive back and forth to work and clock in and stuff. But yeah, and then you've got the working time directive, which is hilarious. Because I was talking to somebody about this the other day, the working time directive. In an attempt to limit the hours people work, yay! And then they invented periods of availability, so no transport company had to change a thing because their drivers could carry on working all the long hours they could. Period of availability is one of the most stupid, brainless cop-outs I've ever fucking come across. And the final reason, we're talked down to constantly. He again seems surprised at how much we're talked down to. People in other industries would be surprised. It's like the Dark Ages. Ask any driver and they'll tell you places that talk down to you, abuse you, look at you like a bit of mud they've trodden in. We push from pillar to post, here, there, boom, 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 boom. And facilities, trampers facilities especially, but the facilities in the UK are beyond a joke. They are absolutely disgusting. Often, like when I was on my last job before I had the crash, I'd do 4 on 4 off. Well, I did 4 on 4 off. But often, I would actually go without a shower for that 4, simply because every shower I tried to get was absolutely fucking repulsive, and I'd rather use a wet wipe. Not to mention that, we also have to pay for parking, which is fine, you get it back. But a lot of companies want you to pay that first and then claim it back. So that's like £100 a week of your money often. It's just in limbo. Yeah. So this is what needs improving, the whole package. Absolutely everything. Pay, employers' attitudes, and conditions on the road, how we're treated, how we're catered to. That's it. I say that's it, but you see, but then I was about to say, then it sounds a little, but it's a lot, but it's not actually. It's just small tweaks would make the job so much more desirable. Instead, the industry, I know the government are campaigning to allow temporary visas to foreign workers to come here, and that makes me so fucking angry. I am pro-Europe, and if one of the reasons that many people voted for us to leave Europe gets swept away and visas brought in for drivers from abroad, that fills me with rage. And as it would a Brexit person, a Brexiteer. So yeah, more short. That's all it is. Like if you look, that's all these companies want is short-term bollocks. Big bonus. We want foreign drivers. And the other thing is, if they did succeed in getting a visa for these foreign drivers, do you think any are gonna fucking come? Like, why in God's name do you think, when they've got 27 other countries to consider, they'd come to the UK where they have to get a visa, and it's temporary and they don't know when it end? Like, it's a no-brainer. Like, no, bring in the visas all you like, but nobody's going to take them. Like, that's it. So yes, I was getting a bit. So the way to improve things: money, conditions, attitude. Those three things. And no, the way to improve things is respect. That's one of my biggest things, is respect. Respect us. And just finally, because somebody always mentions it, and getting rid of the driver CPC isn't going to make people respect us. It might do a short-term thing, get more drivers back, but I'm not sure how many don't do it because of that. But as you know, my view has always been the driver CPC needs to be made more serious and tested. This industry needs to become a proper profession, a proper trade. The reason the shortage was always around before was because companies just insist on 2 years experience and all that bollocks. It's not, I don't know, but it's not an easy industry to get into. Like, it took me 3 years to get my first lorry driving job. So yeah, driver CPC needs to be better. Make it, it's a simple concept, make it something worth doing. Make it something that you'll go there educating enthusiastic trainers, because I do want to be a trainer, a CPC trainer. Once everything's back to normal, I got my license back, I will do CPC courses. And without wishing to blow my own trumpet, I'll do some really good ones, because like I'm very passionate for presenting things and stuff like that. So yeah, CPC needs to stay. Pay, conditions, attitude. Pay, conditions, attitude. What do you think up there, Bertie? I don't give a shit. You can all fucking piss off for all I care. Right, anyway, goodbye. 5 lives lost.